This is the Conservative Czar, October 21st, 2015. Big issue today is revolves around Paul Ryan becoming Speaker of the House. And I want to talk about it in two different areas. One is the odds of him becoming Speaker, and then what is he, if he becomes Speaker, what's he really going to be like? And the first issue is, I don't know. He's put a lot of demands on him being accepted as Speaker, and it's it, it's hard to believe that all of these demands are going to be just willy-nilly accepted by the conservative wing of the Republican delegation. I give this about 60-40. It's 60% that he becomes Speaker, but 40%, pretty high number, that he doesn't, because this is not going to work. His demands are not going to are going to rankle people the wrong way. Saying that, I should give a little bit of odds. That 60-40, as I said, he would become Speaker. What kind of a Speaker is he going to be? There are two things to remember about Paul Ryan. Number one is that he is deeply entrenched in the congressional establishment. He's a huge supporter of Boehner, McCarthy et al. He's part of 5 or 6 congressmen who control things. So it's not like he's an outsider. Now, he is more conservative. He's about 10% more conservative than Boehner, about 30 or 40% more conservative than McCarthy. So it's a slight step in the right direction. But he has been a supporter of the do-nothing Boehner leadership. And he supported McCarthy to the hilt. So we shouldn't expect too much out of Paul Ryan, and because he's part of the establishment, look to history to point to what will happen in the future. It's not always right, but take a look at it, and what we see is Ryan probably is going to do exactly what the establishment has been doing. The other part about this is that although Ryan is a little bit more conservative than Boehner and much more than McCarthy, he really is what I would call a small growth conservative. And what I mean by this, I'll put this in perspective. Obama and the Democrats, this is a theme that come up over and over again in the discussions that I have. If Barack Obama and the Democrats, they want to raise government, increase government by about 10 or 11% per year. Paul Ryan, and he's put this in his budget, he's talked about it, really his whole goal is to raise government by 7% a year. Slower growth than the Democrats. And that's the differential between Obama and Ryan. And it's small stuff. It might have had traction 6-7 years ago, but it doesn't today. And so when you put these two things together, what you're really looking at, if Ryan becomes Speaker, is the chances are that he's not going to change in any significant way from Boehner. Now, we have hope, and we have hope that he's a new person. He's a slightly more conservative. Maybe he has a vision different than Boehner and McCarthy. Maybe he is willing to stake and fight for principles more than Boehner or McCarthy, and that's our hope. But, again, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is an establishment Republican. I have hope. I'm willing to see him through the first few months and give him a little bit of leeway here. But basically, I don't think there's going to be much of a change. I think all of the issues that came up against Boehner and McCarthy will come up unless Ryan has backbone and is willing to fight something. Fight Obama and fight the Senate. There has to be passion for a vision that changes things. And we'll see. But his window of his honeymoon from me, from the conservatives, from the conservative wing, the Tea Party group, is not going to be a long one. I mean, not going to be a long one at all. I would say a matter of 2 to 4 months. And if he doesn't take the reins and do something different, this will all be for naught, and we'll have another huge battle and a setback for conservatives. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.